Hello, and welcome to another edition of Kevin's Rambles, starring that intrepid explorer, Kevin Hall. Let's see what Kevin's up to today.
Good morning, Kevin here. Look who's with me. Cynthia and Steve.
Morning.
We are at St Mary's Church in Petworth, but we're not going to be going around the church. We are doing the
Historical Town Walk.
historical town walk. Steve's got all the information we need, so I don't have to say a lot. It just point the camera in the right direction and we'll be fine. Been looking forward to this for ages. Absolutely ages. We've actually got
perfect weather as well.
perfect weather as well, but we've got 4 walks to do over here, or 4 videos I should say. One is here at the church, but we've got others to do as well.
Yeah.
One's a bit of a mystery one because we don't even know where it is. And that's the
Derelict chapel.
derelict chapel. Got to find it one day.
No.
Yeah, I ain't got a clue. So we're going to make a start. We've had an early cup of coffee. We've had a chat. We've put the wells to rights. Let's get cracking. Right, hang on. Whoa. So Steve, tell me, the first bit, Lombard Street.
Lombard Street, yep. 200 years ago, Lombard Street had shops in.
Yep.
It had a butcher shop, a bootmaker, saddler and a baker.
Yep.
And also down the middle of the street was an open sewer.
Yuck. So we know where Lombard Street is. It's literally just across the road. Let me just show you very quickly while there's no traffic. It's just over there. So that's where we're headed for now. Landscape. This will just show that we're in Lombard Street. This is a house called Petworth. So we've got a head down here. This we assume was the old cobblers, perhaps there. It could be, yeah. It could be the street. That would be the butchers they were talking about, just across the road. Still with the old original tiles out the front. And this property opposite is Merchant's House, which you would have obviously assumed was to do with some sort of merchants, as Steve
I
pointed out.
think this is where the open sewer.
The open sewer would have ran. It's right the way down the centre of Lombard Street. It's a pretty, very pretty little street. We've got Checkers Antiques and Checkers Jewellers on our right. Hang on, Steve, just repeat what you've just said about Kevis House.
Kevis House. Walter Kevis was a footman at Petworth House until 1877, when he became a photographer and a tobacconist.
Oh, right.
Can't see the link in that.
No, nor me. But we think Kevis House might have moved, is that right?
Yeah, the map's not sort of showing it where it is.
Yeah.
Actually is.
Kevis House is actually back up Lombard Street, as we've just found it.
But this is the market square.
Yeah.
And it was an important sheep market 200 years ago.
Yeah.
And it says now cars have replaced the sheep.
Absolutely, the cars have replaced the sheep. But you said that on the map, number 4 is Leconfield Hall.
Leconfield Hall.
Yeah. And that's the building that's directly across the road from us now. And as Cynthia pointed out just now, there are 3 bells, all of different sizes, on the roof, on the front gable, above the front gable of the roof, just above the clock. So this is Leconfield Hall opposite us. Yeah. And what we thought was from up in a distance was a galleon is actually Mr. Leconfield himself. It looks to me he's been cut in half. His head, but probably not. But there's some information, Steve, you've got about Leconfield Hall.
Yeah, there's been a market hall in this square since Tudor times, and in 1794 the current hall was built on the orders of the 3rd Earl. It was a courthouse, a council meeting place, and also there's a prison cell which still exists at the top of the building.
Oh, right.
The ground floor would have originally been open, and the current windows were then open arches.
Oh, Well, Steve's just found this information here, and in the niche above, where we said it was Lord Leconfield, it's actually a bust of King William III. The marble original attributed to the Baroque sculpture on a... Good information. We're heading towards a pub. What's the name of the pub?
Well, it's called the Star Pub,
Star Pub.
but it started out as the Black Bull,
Oh, the Black Bull.
And
And
it
this
was-
is it here, is it?
and it was leased from the 9th Earl of Northumberland in the early 1600s.
Oh, wow.
I think, yeah, that's it, the Star.
It's the Star, yeah. But it was originally the Bull.
The Black Bull.
Oh, the Black Bull.
Not to be
I would,
mistaken.
I would imagine.
Bull.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And just there we got the Petworth United Reformed Church. But Steve was saying that that there was different meeting places, Steve, wasn't there?
For non-conformists, yeah.
For non-conformists.
And
But
the
just across the road, sorry Steve, there's a building called, just on the side there, called the Meeting House, which could have been, as Cynthia said just now, for the Quakers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the cornerstone you can see there apparently was built in 1855, so assuming that it wasn't part of the original building.
Yeah. But that's got a rather interesting steeple on that. It's all looks like wooded shingles with a wooden tower at the top there. We are looking for...
Well, it said after the Beer Act, which was passed in 1830, anyone who could pay for a licence was able to sell beer from their own home.
Right.
The number of beer houses reached 21,
Oh.
many of which were on the high street.
Gosh. And it's been...
Still one
And
now.
there's still one
And there's
there.
still one now, and that's the off licence. Astonishing. But people used to sell beer from their houses
If they had a licence.
if they had a licence, yeah. Cynthia's just spotted this lovely little cottage here called Candle Cottage. Isn't that lovely? So this is still the high street, and this lovely old cottage here, this used to be the forge, and just here we've got, I think Steve said this is the Petworth Cottage Museum.
Yeah, it said in 1910 it was the home of Mrs. Mary Cummins, a seamstress at Petworth House. Now the cottage is less like a museum and more of a living memory of Mary's time here. I reckon that it's been restored as well.
Oh right, okay. Just here, let me cross over the road. Got this wonderful row of terrace cottages, look at them. Absolutely lovely. We're in Middle Street now. We've got these lovely old timber frame buildings. Alfriston House.
Yeah, recorded as a building of historic interest.
Alfriston House, recorded as a building of historic interest. And it's all, let me just back away from this. Beautiful old building. Subject to part of the window tax by the looks of it. And just here we've got a sign that says the Granary and Baker's Flat. We've seen this name in so many places around Petworth. Oh, look at that. Really, really lovely old properties. So we are now in Angel Street and heading along to, what number are we on, Steve? Number 7. And number 7 is the Catholic Church, which is along here. Although this building here is rendered all on the front, this is Angel House, and it is circa 1626, which you get a better idea of from this gable end of this house. So you can imagine the front of this house is all stone built as well. An old original paraffin lamp which has been converted to an electric. Yeah. Although we've not actually got to find our way back onto the route for the walk. We're outside the old coach house, and just up there's a sign. Come on, Sid, you can read that for me.
Any person who shall by throwing stones or by other means wilfully break any lamp or any of the windows, glass or tiles, or commit any other damage to or upon the premises in this neighbourhood, or who shall commit any nuisance upon this highway, will be prosecuted according to the law, and a reward of 5 shillings will be paid to any person who will give such information as will lead to the conviction of every offender.
Quite
so
right,
be
too.
warned.
Be warned, yes. Do not throw any stones. So we are now in East Street, which is the busiest street in Petworth. It's just constant flow of traffic. Just across the road there, we've got Trump's Alley and Trumpers Lane, which is just across the road. Then it leads to different cottages. We're looking for Stringer's Hall, I think Steve called it. We've got the post office just across the road. Oh, hang on, we've got something that says here, this must be Stringer's Hall, because Stringer's curtains.
Stringer's Hall.
There we go. So this is the house we're looking for, or the hall as it was. And this is about what, Steve?
Well, this is where a guy called William Tyler, the 3rd Earl's land agent, lived. And Tyler was responsible for the collection of rent, including chasing late payments and advising on the employment of servants. This role made him rather unpopular around the town, especially given that he was paid more than any of the other servants.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I've got a man.
Bit of a grand house to live in, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, absolutely. Shame about the scaffold, but that's typical of us when we're out filming. And we've got a place here called Stringer's Studio, which makes curtains.
Yeah, I'll draw the line there. No?
Very good, Steve. We're back. We're back from the Petworth Historical Town Walk, and we are now going to head off.
Yep.
Yeah, we are.
We've had lunch, very nice lunch actually. I can't remember the name of the place. It was called
A hungry guest.
The Hungry Guest, and Hungry Guest is everywhere in Petworth. So anyway, this will be Cynthia, Steve, and me saying bye-bye. We'll see you on the next one. Please follow, like and subscribe to Kevin's Rambles YouTube channel and the Kevin's Rambles Facebook group. Not the page, the group. So we're going to go. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, my name's Andrew Norris and I'm just lying in a meadow in Croatia. If like me you've just watched Kevin's latest video, do give him a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please consider subscribing. Click the bell notification and you'll be kept informed of any future videos that Kevin uploads. Thank you.